Unbelievable, Jeff. The suit is out. Welcome back to the Crystal Palace save. Suitnoid here for the first time in FC26. We kind of fell out of the habit of wearing the suit for cup finals, and we also fell out of the habit of really doing one-off episodes for cup finals that weren't the Champions League final. Because, quite frankly, I don't think I reached the Champions League final in forever, and the FA Cup final was a one-off special, didn't really feel that special, or you guys didn't really care that much for a one-off FA Cup final special. But seeing as this is the first cup final we've reached on FC... Actually, is it? Yeah. It was Sunderland the last save of the last cycle where we won the FA Cup in our first season. I was like, did I win the FA Cup? No, this is the first season we've done at Palace, isn't it? It does get confusing after a while. Been doing this 13 years. Saves do tend to blur into one another, let alone cycles of game blur into one another. Welcome to Season 1 of Crystal Palace and our first cup final of the save. We didn't make the FA Cup final, but we have made the Conference League final. And spoiler alert for yesterday's Premier League season finale. If you don't want to be spoiled, go and watch it now. We did qualify for next season's Champions League. So even if we do win the Conference League, we won't be in the Europa League next year. We'll be in the Champions League. And it means there'll be an extra European spot available in England, I believe, via the league. I would imagine. I think that's probably how that's going to work. We've got Fiorentina in the final. Dean Henderson won Premier League Player of the Year by getting joint Golden Glove with, was it Donnarumma? I think it was Donnarumma. So fair play to him for that. But we take on Fiorentina here in the Conference League final. We're going to line up with that starting lineup because why would we not? It's our strongest team. We'll make sure that Fiorentina are lining up with their strongest team as well, but I won't spoil it by showing you it now. We'll wait until we get the feel of the in-game graphics, etc. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the save so far. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on Season 2, which will begin on Monday, of course. This is the last episode of the week on Friday, so you've got the chance to catch up on everything you might have missed in this save or the Valencia save, which of course comes to you at 6 PM tonight, over the past few days. So do that today, over the weekend, and we'll come back with Season 2, Episode 1 on Monday, and then obviously the Valencia save continues on Monday as well after the episode tonight. So without cheating and skipping to the end, we always used to do this, let me know in the comment section down below what you think the score is going to be. Fiorentina are the one side in this whole competition that actually are quite scary, especially with Moise Kean up top. So I'm going to go 3-2 Palace after extra time. I'm going to have faith. Uche's been insane. Ismail Assar might well step back up again. And hopefully Dean Henderson can pull off a madness. I think we'll do it. But do you? One way to find out. We're playing at Leipzig. I'm pretty sure it was the Leipzig grounds. Yep, the RB Arena. We're playing in Leipzig for the Conference League final. Everybody's vibing. Conference League final. There are our boys in their mustardy kit, and that's what we're playing for. It's quite Tiesto-like this, isn't it? Oh, it's gone. I was quite enjoying that. Fiorentina versus Crystal Palace for the Conference League on the way. Fiorentina knocked out AEK Athens, Stade Rennais and Hajduk Split on their way through the round of 16 to the final. We had Vallecano, we had Strasbourg. I can't actually recall who else we had in there as well. Who was the other side? It was Vallecano in the semis, Strasbourg in the middle, and I can't remember who we had in the quarters. Do forgive me. I think we simmed both of them anyway, because it wasn't too much of an issue. But regardless, we're here. And we're about to take on Fiorentina. Moise Kean starting up top for them. They've got an 85 rated David De Gea in between the sticks. Robin Goosen starts on the left wing for them. They're playing a 4-3-3. Hopefully it will show their starting lineup in a moment here, so I don't have to keep waffling on and delaying time. Conference League trophy there. Fiorentina's lineup here. De Gea, Cordero dos Santos, Pongracic, Vitti and Dodo, Cern, Ranieri and Fagioli, Keane, Gersons and Gudmundsson is their 4-3-3. We are as full strength as you could imagine we would be. Dino, Danny Slater, Lacroix, Diomande, and I've just completely forgotten my entire team. Who's my right back? Who's my right back? Well, I've literally just recorded 2 episodes of Valencia. Now I'm getting myself confused. Malo Gusto! Quinton Timber, Curtis Jones, Adam Wharton, who wears the captain's armband for today. Ismail Assar, Cristanto Suche, and Yeremy Pino. Well done, Ches. So good. I know all of my players. You mean the world to me, honestly. I promise you. I don't know how aggressive Fiorentina will be, but they clearly, as you saw from the... speaking of aggressive, we've hurt someone already. You saw from that tournament breakdown that they have been free scoring in the earlier rounds in the competition to get themselves to this stage. Parisi forward from fullback here, but actually wins the ball back high. Gersons almost doubled up, haven't they, on that far side with Gersons, who can play further forward and can play further back. So they've gone with almost 2 fullbacks on the left-hand side. It's our our throw in here in the early days. Serm injured for them, unfortunately. Apologies for that. Obviously wasn't my intention to hurt anyone, especially this early on in the game with not really anyone feeling aggrieved thus far from something that's happened. Yeremy Pino will get in here. The defence don't know whether to close down Uche or not. They didn't need to in the end there. Wharton can't be found, unfortunately, and Nicola Fagioli, I think it's Nicola Fagioli, will break away here for Fiorentina at quite some pace as well. Wharton holding firm with him. Dodo is rapid at fullback, so we'll certainly have our work cut out to try and get the ball past him with Yeremy Pino. Here comes Albert Goodmanson, who's cut inside nicely. Danny Slater, this is a big game for him in his young, early career. Let's switch this out wide with Wharton looking for Ismail Assar. Him against Parisi could be quite a good battle here, but he's gotten the better of the fullback the first time, and he's in behind a second time. Can we find a teammate in the middle? No, we can't. Daya quickly getting it out. They're going for it. Fiorentina, high tempo stuff. So in the midfield. Ranieri, they've slowed it down a little bit now just to be a bit more composed and allow some forward players forward in support. Is Fagioli. He's gotten around Quinton Timber. Decent ball over the top as well, and Keane flicks it on, but straight to Dean Henderson. 20 minutes into this Conference League final. No massive opportunities yet. That was meant for Curtis Jones. Never mind, Curtis Jones has it. No clear goal-scoring opportunities for either side yet, but we very nearly broke their defence apart and could do so now. Looking for Ismail Assar in behind. He's had the better of Parisi thus far in the game, and BT gives away a penalty for handball. Now this is going to be contentious, because we did earlier say if handballs were silly and looked like they weren't realistic, I would purposefully miss the pen. Because obviously there's no VAR to overturn what is an incorrect call. So we're going to have be our own VAR here. Was this, or was this not, handball? It's hit him under the chest. Well, he's hit him on the leg, come up his chest, and then it has struck the arm. His hand is in an unnatural position, and I'm not actually sure what the ruling would be, because it deflected onto his arm. Rulings in Europe tend to be different to rulings in the UK as well. I actually don't know. I might have to ask on social media here as to whether this is or is not a penalty. Twitter might get the call. Yeah, I don't think it would be given in the Premier League, but would it be given in Europe? That's the question. So after more than a 10-minute VAR check on Twitter and on Twitch as well, we are going with the IFAB. I'm trying to find the message in chat. The IFAB, the International Football Association Board, which are the governing body for UEFA. Under IFAB laws, if the ball first deflects off a player's own body and then hits his hand or arm, it is generally not a handball offence. So, as a result, VAR is going to overturn the penalty decision, and we will purposefully miss this penalty. VAR has decided no pen, because it hit 2 body parts first and deflected up onto the arm of the defender. So I'm going to try my best to miss it anyway, and miss it we have. 0-0. Drama in the Conference League final. The comments probably will eat me up, Davidinki, yes, but we've at great length in Twitch chat and on Twitter, which has now been deleted to have removed the spoilers again. And honestly, it was basically a 50-50 call between people that thought it was and people that thought it wasn't. And if it's that contentious, then I'd err on the side of caution and under the ruling or the lettering of the International Football Association laws. So that's what we'll go with. Curtis Jones from 25 yards. David De Gea right behind it. Half an hour in. Massive drama in the Conference League final already. And there's still an hour left to play and maybe more. So quickly forward to Moise Kean. Out wide here to Robin Goossens. He's into the box. He's looking dangerous. A cheeky little spin, but we've dealt with it. That wasn't where that was supposed to go from Malagusto. It was supposed to go all the way up towards Mr. Uche, who will look to send Ismail Assar in behind again. Who has Uche with him, but Parisi comes across and gets in a good block. Malagusto wins it back very well indeed, though. And we could try again with Ismail Assar to try and get the ball to Cristantis Uche, who can break into the box, but Parisi on the cover helps out his fellow defensive teammate, who had been completely written off. Challenge, Curtis Jones. Can we get to this one? Oh no, Pongratic just hooks away. Wharton with the header. Curtis Jones from 30 yards. David De Gea makes the save. Massive, massive drama in our first cup final of the cycle. That's going over the bar, but I think it came off a defender again as well. It did indeed. We'll try for a second time. Can Uche get there? No. Goodmanson does. We'll try for a third time. Can we get a teammate on the end of the corner? Can we score a goal to go 1-0 up? David De Gea's there, and he bosses the aerial encounter. 3 minutes to go till half-time here in Germany between the Italians and the English. It's currently 0-0. Whoa! It's still 0-0. All right. Thank you, Moise, for missing that. At half-time, we have had 5 efforts, one of which from the penalty spot. 2 for Fiorentina, both keepers making saves, both players missing the target as well, or both teams missing the target as well. It's half-time here at the ARB Arena in Leipzig, Germany. Don't. Oh, I thought we were going to get the freeze at half-time that we got on FC25. Oh, panic over. We go again. Another 45 minutes, maybe more, as we say. Wharton, Pino's gone again. Pino's there. You can hear the roar of the crowd. At the back post, Sar's going to try and nod this back to a teammate, but can't quite find anyone. We're on the front foot at the beginning of the second half. Curtis Jones, flick it round the corner. Nicely done. Wasn't meant for you, sir. It was meant for him, but he can find Uche. Timber to Uche. Uche back to Wharton. Wharton to Pino in some space again. Oh, trying a little bit of the fancy stuff to throw the defender who wasn't to be fooled. Moise Kean battles away with Maxence Lacroix there. And Albert Goodmanson could play the Italian in again, but won well by Danny Slater, who's certainly not looking out of place in a European final at this stage of his career, is he? Ismail Assar, here comes Curtis Jones. Ismail Assar in behind again. Into the middle. Uche's waiting and Ranieri gets there first. Could have had a tap in from 3 yards out, but Uche didn't have the ball arrive quickly enough. Timber, Wharton with the captain's armband, looking for Uche. Curtis Jones started the run and halted the run. Down the line again. Unrelenting Crystal Palace pressure here. Into the middle. Pino's up. It's cleared away. Curtis Jones. Wharton. Curtis Jones. David De Gea's behind it. Ranieri holds it up well. Gudmundsson is going to go again. Fagioli need to get close down in the midfield here. Moise Kean. Danny Slater's on the watch. And it's done brilliantly. I tell you what, Danny Slater, he does have the potential to be special. I think he's special already. Curtis Jones. Uche looking for Sarr. Looking for Uche again. I tried to play it the other side of the defender. It hasn't quite worked. 25 minutes to go. We might need some substitutions to try and liven this up for either side. Goossens. Sohm. Curtis Jones with one of his final acts of the game. Winning it back. Pino It's a brilliant turn. Yeremy Pino fires past the post. What a goal it would have been. Changes from both sides. Both sides. They're making changes. 2 changes in their midfield. Mandragora coming on and Hands something coming on as well. Apologies, it came up and disappeared quicker than I could read it. 2 changes for them. Nicolucci Caviglia and Rodrigo Mandragora. I think it's Rodrigo Mandragora. It's Mandragora. It's Dodo. He's a bit quick. Quintin Timber in the way. Gudmundsson, Fagioli, Moise Keane looking for the teammate. Can't find him. Wharton does find the teammate. Kobe Mainu recently off the bench now for us. Into Ismail Assar. Might have overrun that. No, he's beaten the man. Anuche's in the middle. And Vitti gets there. Man at the centre of the VAR penalty drama. He might have even been the man that cleared the ball away earlier on when we squared it looking for Uche in an even more obvious goal-scoring opportunity position. Timber, Mainu, Sa, Uche holds off the defender and misses the target from 6 yards out. Christantus, that is not the man we've come to expect you to be. Wharton wins the header well. Wasn't a great ball forward, to be fair, from the goalkeeper. Yeremy Pino turns inside. Wharton will look for him again. Early looking for Uche. It's a poor ball. Need to get there with a defender. We haven't. Diamande has now lost Moise Keane. Dodo to Gudmundsson. Looking for Moise Keane, who's in behind. And he may well, in the 87th minute, have won it for the Italians. The VAR call was controversial enough, let alone if we end up losing the game. Moise Keane was the man I feared. I think it might well be his first shot. Lacroix just can't get to him quickly enough. Outside the boot, top bins. Fiorentina 1, Crystal Palace 0, 87th minute. Nothing Dino can do about that. Fuck, I think is probably the word for this scenario. In the most professional sense ever. Mainu. Timber. Forward to Uche. We've had many a chance in this second half. It just won't go in for us. Here's Wharton. Timber. Mainu needs to beat his man. 2 minutes added on here at the end of the game. I can't find anyone. Looking for Pino. Pino. Wharton. Timber. Moise Keane. Can't do it. Wharton's there. It hit his hand. Oh, a handball stops our flow. The Italians are going to win the cup. Thank the Lord we finished in 4th in the Premier League, eh? Moise Keane scores the only goal of the game in the 87th minute. Fiorentina are victorious in Europe. And the trophy is going to Florence, not to London. It's a very good goal. They defended valiantly, throwing men in the way, legally or illegally. We'll wait and see. We had squared balls driven across the box that just wouldn't quite find their man. Moise Keane missed a brilliant opportunity at the end of the first half. Uche missed a brilliant opportunity at the end of the second half. And ultimately, Moise Keane took the chance that mattered. We are Champions League next year, but we won't be lifting a trophy yet. Who was their captain today? I'm not even sure. We'll give them the due honours and the fair dues and let them watch the trophy. Mandragora comes off the bench to lift the trophy, are you sure? Well, congratulations, Fiorentina. David De Gea wins another trophy in his illustrious career. Live chat are calling for a bottle emoji when. I don't yet have one. I think I need to have one made, don't you? Fiorentina 1, Crystal Palace 0. If we reach the Champions League final, we absolutely hope for better. I'll go and give you a full season roundup. But do forgive me if I get out of this boiling hot soup before I do so. Balls. England beat Scotland 3-0 in the World Cup. I'm starting a petition to ban this. Babis Papadopoulos, the Scot, hasn't taken this very well. Oh dear. Oi, oi, oi. So, how did things end up in all the competitions we were involved in and around Europe? So Manchester City won the Premier League, of course. We finished 4th in the end, despite losing on the final day to Arsenal. Villa lost on the final day to champions Manchester City. Liverpool bottled the league. I bottled the Conference League. Villa 5th, Newcastle 6th, and that is how the European spots will be. No extra European position for English teams, unfortunately for them. Spurs, Man United and Chelsea round out the rest of the top 10 with Nottingham Forest. And as you well know, Everton, Burnley and Leeds relegated this season from this division. The FA Cup was won by Manchester City by 2-0 over Spurs. The Carabao Cup was won by Manchester City by 2-0 over Fulham. Wigan won the EFL trophy. Congratulations to them. 4-3 over Shrewsbury. Oh, I can see the Championship playoffs. Deeper Simulation win. The Champions League was won by Real Madrid by 4-2 over Arsenal after PSG won the Super Cup. Sorry, Arsenal. Forest beat Roma. Oh, don't. Am I going to be in the Europa League because 10th placed Forest won the Europa League to be in the Champions League? That might be a thing. I hope it's not, but it might be. And we know what happened in that one. Oh, don't do it to me. The Men's World Cup is currently ongoing. Currently, the Netherlands leading their... I swear these at least I recognise that group stage. Group A, Netherlands, Denmark, Qatar, Hungary. Where are England? England, Argentina, Italy, Scotland. England have beaten Italy and Scotland. England didn't beat Italy in the bloody conference final, did they? Oh, God. Am I not going to be in the Champions League next year? If I'm not, I'll be absolutely devastated. Oh, no. So, in the other leagues around Europe and that we've been tracking, in the Championship, Ipswich and Southampton will be coming up to the Premier League. And for the first time, I can see who won the Championship playoffs. Where was it? It was here somewhere, wasn't it? Or was it in Simulated? I can see who's coming up in the Championship playoffs. Hull lose to Birmingham. Swansea lose to Birmingham. Hull beat Coventry. And then Birmingham get back-to-back promotions from League One to the Championship last year. And from the Championship to the Premier League this. Congratulations to them. Where did they finish in the end in the Championship, Birmingham? 6th. To be fair, they weren't that far off Swansea in 3rd. The two at the top were definitely well away. Further down the table, relegated back to the Championship are Oxford and Charlton, as well as Derby County. In the French divisions, in Paris, they'll be celebrating because they won by 10 points. Paris FC, in their first season in the top flight in France, finish in 5th, so fair play to them. Borussia Dortmund win the Bundesliga by 10 points. Leverkusen only 5th, a very distant 25 points 5th. Napoli, back-to-back Serie A titles for them. AC Milan and AS Roma locked on 77 points apiece. Inter Milan don't make it to the Champions League. Juventus only make it to the Conference League for next season. In La Liga, it's Barca by 12 points from Atleti. Real, a particularly distant 3rd. Sociedad in 4th, Mallorca 6th, fair play to them. Valencia from our save, in the other save, finish only 10th this year. We were able to finish 5th or 6th? 5th, I think, in the first season in La Liga with Valencia ourselves. The Women's Champions League, other divisions that we normally show, League 1 and 2, certainly. Cardiff and Luton back to the Championship for the first time of asking. Unfortunately, I can't see the playoffs for League 1. There is a mod available that lets you have 14 deeper simulated leagues rather than 5 on PC, so I might look to implement that moving forward, or at least for another save if I don't do it for the remainder of this Palace save. Peterborough outside the playoffs. Down at the bottom end of League 2, Lincoln, Burton, Wigan and Wimbledon relegated. In League 2, Barrow, MK Dons and Walsall get automatic promotion. Barrow smashed it. Jeez. Bristol Rovers, Shrewsbury, Notts County and Fleetwood in the playoffs. Cambridge only 9th in the end. 3 points off the playoffs. Sad. Very, very sad. And if the National League were on the game, Accrington and Newport would be in it. With regards other larger leagues that we just have a quick look at, PSV win the league in the Netherlands. Ajax second there. In Portugal, Benfica from Braga from Sporting. Porto fourth. I believe the Porto job is available in this save right now. In the SPL, it's Rangers from Hearts from Celtic. We looked at La Liga. Well done, Ches. Oh, that was the second division anyway. And that's actually all we tend to look at, isn't it? So, yeah, there's nothing else here. Should be able to tell who won. Yeah, you can see who won the Pokal, etc. So Dortmund doing the double in Germany. Trophée de Champion in France was won by Marseille. That's the effective Community Shield, isn't it? The actual Coupe de France was won by Monaco this year. Le Mans making it to the final. Fair play to them for that. We saw the Pokal. The Coppa Italia was won by AC Milan, so at least they did get something this year. And the Copa del Rey was won by Real Madrid in an El Clasico final against Barcelona. Well, who won the Golden Boot? Gyökeres with 26 over Isak and Wirtz on 23 and 22 respectively. Sarr with 20 in the end for us in 32 games. He was our top Premier League goal scorer. Uche was 17 in 22. My God. Shame he couldn't do it in a cup final, wasn't it? Trossard was 17 for Arsenal, which is intriguing. It's weird to see Maddison even get played, let alone get 14 goals for them. And Burmo with 14 there for Manchester United. Salah with only 11. No wonder they offer him to Valencia in the other save. Rafinha with the goal, the silver boot, as we dub it, of course, with the most assists. Who's there for us? Ismaila Sarr with 9. Fair enough. What a season he's had. I got 6 assists for Forest. Yeremy Pino got 6 assists for Palace. And Jean-Philippe Mateta got 5 in 17 as well. We and the Career Mode team are pushing to get this just be the goalkeepers with regards to Golden Glove. Fortunately, thanks to news column articles, we know that Dean Henderson and Gianluigi Donnarumma share the Golden Glove this year. So with regards to what the board thought of me, obviously they wanted me to finish mid-table. We very much did that. They wanted me to finish in a Europa League spot. We exceeded that, but still might actually end up in a bloody Europa League. They want me to win the Conference League, and we, of course, only reached the final. And they want me to reach the semi-final of the FA Cup. We got knocked out at the either round of 16 or quarter-final stage, unfortunately. So I'm still safe. It's not a problem. Still very much comfortable in our job. So I'm not worried too much about getting the sack here at Crystal Palace, quite frankly. And with regards our own squad, this is how things looked for everybody here. So we'll do stats first, and then we'll go through growth. So Ismaila Sarr with 24 goals in all competitions in 42 games, 12 assists as well. Uche with 24 goals in all competitions in 35 games, 7 assists as well. Mateta did actually get goals. It is still my intention to sell Jean-Philippe Mateta in the summer. Yeremy Pino, 9 and 9 in 41. Kobbie Mainoo did very well, actually. We won't be signing Kobbie Mainoo, though, because we, of course, have Weston McKennie joining us for free when we move into the next season. And I imagine Man United very much want to use Kobbie Mainoo in this save. So, I mean, a lot of contributions from a lot of varying different people this season. So, pleased enough with that, I have to be honest. Let's see what growth was like. Darlow down one, obviously. We will be looking to... well, do I look to bring in a new keeper? I was kind of hoping that the youngsters would grow a bit more. But 6'2", Aaron James at 68 rated. Might be worth sending out on loan. He might be worth keeping at the club. I don't know. Maybe we loan in another goalkeeper next year and continue to send the youngsters out. We'll let players like Matthews and Whitworth go. Although... I mean, they're not worth much. Might as well loan them out again. I won't have a massive squad. Borna Sosa up 1 this year, but hasn't really played that much. 16 games. I mean, it's enough. It's good squad football. Adramola up 3, Reed up 2, James up 1. Canvo up 2. We'll probably sell him, I would imagine. JD Cole, he's only 19. Maybe we don't. We send him out on loan again. Did he play many games? 7 Premier League games, 1 in the Carabao Cup, although rather poorly, judging by those average ratings. DCRC's not our player, but maybe we have Canvo in the squad rather than DCRC. Maybe we have Riyad in the squad over Canvo. He's grown by 3 to 75. Fair enough. Chris Richards is up 1. Diamande's up 1. And Lacroix was up 3. Imre up 2 at right back. Kaporha up 3 at right back. Nathaniel Klein is leaving us as his contract expires. Malagusto's up 1. Slater up 6 and expect significant growth from him again next year. Might actually just development plan him to just be a left back, actually, because it'll only take 2 weeks. And he is playing as a left back, so makes more sense. Oscar Dawley at 1, but we won't look to bring him back to the club. Yashari at 1, but we won't look to bring him back to the club. Adam Wharton up 4, good growth from him. Ozo up 2, but not sure about him, in all honesty. Abdi up 3, good squad player, although we did well in Europe, but could have done more in the Premier League, perhaps. Rob Terry up 2, Lawson up 1, Brown up 3 out on loan. Timber was great. Kobe Mainu was solid. Deveni's up 2 only at was that Leipzig over Salzburg, wasn't it? At Leipzig, that's a surprise. Ismail Assar's only at 1. I do hope his potential is significantly boosted thanks to his season this year. Curtis Jones up 2, Rudoni's up 2, Tucker up 3, Pino up 4. That's great growth from him. Raksaki up 2 and Romanessa up 3. Probably look to loan them both out next year and bring someone else in. Jeremiah Amolu is up 4. Mateta didn't grow. Uche's up 4, and hopefully we'll have better growth, or even just as good a growth next year as well. And Nketiah's up 2, and actually was more influential than I thought he would be, so I'm quite happy to keep Eddie Nketiah, but I'm going to sell Mateta and look for a replacement. Probably a higher rated replacement, or at least a similarly rated replacement at the very least, to dovetail with Uche. Be harsh to drop Uche from the starting lineup, really, wouldn't it? In the early stages of Season 2, quite frankly. So you guys will have the chance to heavily dictate what happens with our squad. Lost the final, didn't I? It is what it is. I hope we're in the Champions League. Join me on Monday to find out. Season 2, Episode 1 will be out for you on Monday. Check the channel page for anything you might have missed from this save or the Valencia save. There is Valencia coming to you later on this evening. And as Jack quite rightly has pointed out in chat, I need to show you guys the Patreon players. None of you will have moved yet, apart from actually a couple of free agents might have moved. So we'll update the spreadsheet. We always update the spreadsheet at the very beginning of the next season. But Nathan Johnson, well, rather than go through them one by one in detail, feel free to come across the stream to have a look in closer detail at your players. And if you didn't leave a comment, please do go and leave a comment and let me know what changes to make to your players, because some of you don't look the way that you would like to. Some of you aren't playing at the clubs you would like to be at. Although at the moment with the live editor, I don't believe I have the opportunity to change your clubs as it stands. I can only change player details at the moment, but it's not a problem. As soon as I have the opportunity to add the mini faces, we'll do that as well. But for now, we'll keep you updated with the spreadsheet at the beginning of the next season with any transfers that go through by the end of the transfer window at the beginning of Season 2. But right now, you guys are early to mid-60s at the moment. Mustafa, we've already agreed a deal for. He'll be joining us as well. He should be a Palace player in-game on loan at Nuremberg, but actually was permanently at Nuremberg in save. So we have signed him. We'll loan him back out again next year. But it's all go in this save right now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed Season 1, regardless of the failings to win the trophy. And hopefully you guys will enjoy Season 2. I look forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.